Moving on up to the expert race, we have bike number 810, Jonathan Wilson, 717, Angela Brunson, 115, Robert McCoy, 837, Mark Berkheimer, 777 is Shannon Deane, 17 is Sofia Amadio, 316 is Chris Newman, bike number 40 is Pittman Wallace, and on the front row, starting from the outside, bike number 665 is Mark Price, Matt Cavarlez on bike number 55 in the middle, and Savannah Jaska on bike number 15 starting from the pole. That is our race, that is our grid for race number 12. Those riders out on their sighting lap, and we'll be racing in just a minute. Alright, and they're off, and Sofia Amadio got a good start right up behind hubby Matt Cavarlez. Let's see if she's got anything for him. Trying to go around the outside in Bittersweet. Ooh, did she make that pass? Wow. I think she went like right around Matt on the outside and then gapped him on that short straight. Is that right? I don't know. I'm not sure. Problem is Matt and Sofia both have the same leather, so it's hard to tell them apart. Alright, so it's Matt out front actually then, so he just carried corner speed through there. It's kind of hard to tell when they go through Bittersweet, they're kind of going away from me, so I can't really see if they're like passing each other or side by side or whatever. The depth perception is tough. But in any case, I believe it is Matt Cavarlez out in front, and he's got a gap already over second place. Hard to tell. I think second place Sofia, not quite sure. Basically, they are going to be riding into Armageddon here in a second, because like I can barely see them now coming down the slide. There is a huge amount of wind blowing right this second. Sand blowing down the pit lane. Everybody outside getting sand blasted. But hard to tell. You can see Matt, our leader, well out front. Like Sofia in second place. So here they come down. They'll be heading into Patience here in just a second. And Matt Cavarlez with a big lead, but the battle for the final podium spots is close. All 4 or 5 riders really right in a row as they come down the front straight. It is indeed Matt Cavarlez, Sofia Amadio, Savannah Jaska, Shannon Deane, and Mark Berkheimer in that order. So the whole pack basically bunched up with Matt leading the way. He's got a gap over Sofia, but Sofia has Savannah Jaska right on her tail section. Shannon Deane, a little bit of a gap there between Shannon and Savannah. And Mark Berkheimer starting to trail off the back there a little bit. Savannah makes up a lot of ground through Bittersweet. Wow, it goes right around Sofia on the inside. No, almost got right up alongside of her. She's on the inside for turn 6 here. Inside of Sofia, I think she made that work. They're side by side down the back straight. Actually, I think Sofia might have gotten around Savannah there. Oh no, I'm sorry, Sofia was leading, so it is Sofia at the front there. I think Shannon got around Savannah, and now they head down the hill onto the back straight. The 3 bikes all clumped together. They're all side by side right now, going down the back straight. Nothing in it between all 3 of those riders. Down the hill they go. 4 bikes really right in a row, heading into the bowl. I think we may have had some positional changes, and we've got another one going on right now as somebody's trying to go around the outside. I think that's Shannon Deane trying to go around the outside of the bowl. Not sure if she made that work. So it looks to me like still, no, I think it's Savannah now. Yeah, it looks like Savannah in the front, Sofia now demoted to 3rd, and then probably Savannah right behind her. So they go into Patience. Onto the front straight, Matt Cavarlez leading the way. Well in front of Shannon Deane. I'm sorry, Savannah Jaska, and then Sofia, and then Shannon Deane. So Savannah Jaska taking the second position and actually getting a little bit of a gap between herself and Sofia. Sofia and Shannon pretty close together, with Mark actually right behind them as well. So Mark Berkheimer holding on to this battle. So Sofia and Shannon swapping places here left and right. I think Shannon just got around Sofia in Bittersweet. Yeah, pretty sure. And now Shannon is going to set sail and see if she can chase down Savannah. Meanwhile, Sofia's starting to get a little bit of pressure from Mark Berkheimer right behind her. In fact, Mark pulls up, not able to make the pass. They were side by side going into turn 8. I think Sofia shut the door there, able to hold him off. Meanwhile, Matt Cavarlez all lonely out in front. Savannah Jaska trying to hold off Shannon Deane, but Shannon Deane made up a lot of ground on that lap. She's closing in. The two of them, Savannah and Shannon, that is, getting away from Sofia and Mark. So here we go, halfway through. Matt Cavarlez leading the way, looking for second place. Savannah Jaska, Shannon Deane, then Sofia and Mark. So we are halfway through. We're going to make a first call for SuperSport Open, Amateur SuperSport Open, race number 13, our penultimate race of the day. Race number 13, SuperSport Open, Amateur SuperSport Open. You guys are on first call to grid, race 13. So things starting to settle out just a little bit. Matt Cavarlez way out front, big gap between himself and Savannah Jaska. Savannah Jaska's got a gap to Shannon Deane, but Shannon doing her best to close that down. Sofia and Mark, really the best battle on the track. Those two nose to tail as they come out in turn 7 and onto the short straight. Mark with a good drive, unable to get alongside of Sofia there. In the amateur race, we have Tristan Delator leading Marcos Munoz and Kathy Zhao in that order. So down the hill, slowly but surely, Shannon Deane closing in on the back of Savannah Jaska. That gap decreasing little by little, turn by turn. Matt Cavarlez well out in front. Savannah doing her best to fend off Shannon. But Shannon closing in, very close, coming out of turn 15 there, now heading down into Patience. Two of those riders actually coming out to SoCal Supermoto School last weekend, along with another CVMA racer, and I think they had a pretty good time. It was good to have a couple of racers out at my school. If you're interested in trying out Supermoto, check out SoCalSupermoto.com. We do schools pretty much every weekend. Some of those schools are asphalt only. Those are the ones that I teach. And you can check that out online at SoCalSupermoto.com. Shameless plug there. All right, so Shannon Deane now very close behind, alongside of and in front of Savannah Jaska, but not able to make the pass on the outside. Savannah holds the inside line and fends off Shannon that time through turn 6 and 7. the back straight they go. Savannah and Shannon side by side into the wind. Who's it going to be? Who's bravest on the brakes? I think it was Shannon. I believe Shannon was able to take the position there. We'll see. Really hard to tell from a distance, but the riders going side by side again around the bowl. So, and side by side into 14, and I think it was a pass back maybe. Oh, somebody looking up the inside of 15 there. Very good racing for this final 2 podium spots. White flag flies for Matt Cavarrelez, your race leader. He's well in front. Let's see who it is for second right now. It's still Savannah Jaska out in front of Shannon Deane. We're going to go second call now. Second call, SuperSport Open, Amateur SuperSport Open. Second call to grid, second call to grid, race number 13. Second call to grid, race number 13. SuperSport Open, Amateur SuperSport Open. So the race on the track, Savannah Jaska and Shannon Deane rounding Bittersweet right now. Those turns named after Joanna Bitter, one of the racers that we had out here for a number of years. Joanna unfortunately passing in an incident at Fontana a few years ago. But we named turns 4 and 5 Bittersweet in her honor. She was a regular winner of the Femwalla classes out here. So still Savannah Jaska out in front of Shannon Deane. Up over the top of Crash Corner they go. They're going to go down the hill and try to line up the drive with the mighty horsepower of the, what are they on, R3s I guess? Ultra lightweight bikes. Oh, Savannah Jaska with a good drive through turn 10. Puts some ground between herself and Shannon. Shannon closing that ground up down the back straight, but not close enough to make any kind of move. So now down the hill they go and into the bowl. Shannon closes it back up. Through the bowl. Gap maintains. Savannah not giving an inch. Here we go into 14. Passing opportunity coming up. Ooh, they both go in deep. And I believe it's still Savannah holding the position. Looks like it. They're going to run into a loud traffic in turn 16. Oh, this is going to get interesting. Savannah goes up the inside and puts the lapper between herself and Shannon. Uses the lapper as a pick. I think that's going to do it, folks. Matt Cavarrelez with the win. And Savannah Jaska finishes second in front of Shannon Deane. So that's our podium spots. Matt Cavarrelez, Savannah Jaska, and Shannon Deane.